Listen carefully, God says, someone just took their own life moments ago, and this poor soul was your connection, your mirror, your reflection in ways you never understood. My child, you do not yet realize the weight of what has just happened in the unseen realm. The air shifted. The heavens trembled. Angels wept. Because the one whose spirit slipped away just moments ago was tied to you by invisible threads, threads of love, pain, memory, and destiny. You felt something strange, didn't you? A sudden heaviness in your chest, a stillness in your spirit, as if something inside you went quiet all at once. That wasn't coincidence. That was the sound of a soul departing, a cry that the physical ear could not hear but your spirit did. You felt the echo of a life that ended too soon, and now, I speak to you because I do not want the silence to consume you. This message is not to bring fear, but revelation. The one who just left this world carried burdens no one could see. They smiled in front of others, but deep inside, their souls screamed for peace. I tried to reach them through signs, through moments, through people, even through you. But the darkness that whispered to them grew louder. The voice that told them they were unloved drowned out the truth of my voice. And now, their body is gone from this world, but their soul stands before me, confused, trembling, and full of questions. My mercy covers them. I am not a God who rejoices in tragedy. I am the one who reaches into the ashes to find even one spark of hope. And though their choice tore through the veil of time, my compassion still reaches beyond death's doorway. But you, my child, still have breath. You still have purpose. You still have something to learn from this moment that feels unbearable. You were connected to this soul for a reason. It wasn't an accident that your paths crossed. It wasn't random that their face appears in your memories now, that your heart aches in ways words cannot describe. You were meant to show them a glimpse of me, and even if you think you failed, you didn't. Every kind word you ever spoke to them was light pushing back against the darkness. Every silent prayer you ever made for them was a shield around their heart, even when you didn't realize it. Now they are gone, and you are left asking, why? Why did this have to happen? Why didn't I feel it sooner? Why didn't I call, or reach out one more time? But child, listen to me, guilt is not your portion. Do not wear the weight of another soul's pain as your own punishment. You were never meant to carry what only I could heal. You cannot rewrite what has already been written, but you can let this moment write something new inside you. I am speaking because this loss has a message. I do not allow pain without purpose. Even in tragedy, I speak. And this, what just happened, is not just about death. It is about awakening. About compassion. About realizing how fragile the human soul is, and how urgently I am calling my children to love one another beyond the surface. You see, the one who took their life moments ago was not evil. They were broken. They were searching for peace in the wrong places. They were exhausted from pretending to be strong. They were surrounded by noise but starved for true connection. And some of you listening right now, you feel the same. You hide behind smiles, behind work, behind screens, but your heart is weary. You think no one sees you, but I do. I see every tear that falls when you turn off the lights. I hear every silent thought that says, maybe I can't do this anymore. But I am here to tell you, don't let their ending become your prophecy. Their story doesn't have to become yours. Let their pain awaken your purpose. Let their silence teach you to speak life. Let their departure make you love deeper, forgive faster, and hold people longer. You were spared for a reason. You are alive because there is still something divine growing inside you, a light that this world desperately needs. Do you know what I see right now? I see angels surrounding the place where that soul departed. They are not punishing. They are not judging. They are weeping and whispering the words of redemption. I see their spirit being shown all the moments when I tried to reach them through love, through small kindnesses, through sunsets, through laughter. They are beginning to understand that I never abandoned them, even in their darkest hour. And though they could not hold on to life, I will still hold on to their soul. But as I tend to them, I am also reaching for you. Because when a soul departs suddenly, it leaves behind ripples in the spirit realm, ripples that reach the hearts of those connected to it. That's why you feel what you feel right now. That ache, that restlessness, that sorrow that has no name, it is not only grief. It is spiritual sensitivity. Your heart is connected to eternity in this moment. And I am using this pain to awaken your heart to me again. You've been distracted lately. You've been trying to fill your days with noise, trying to avoid the stillness because the stillness makes you remember the things you've lost. But child, I am calling you to the stillness again, because in that quiet, you will hear my heartbeat. In that quiet, I will teach you what it means to truly live, not just survive. Someone took their own life moments ago, and their departure was a mirror. It is a reflection of what happens when humanity forgets the power of love, when people walk past each other without truly seeing. When a kind word is withheld, when forgiveness is delayed, when compassion is postponed, that is when souls begin to fade. This is why I am speaking now, with urgency and tenderness. You must not wait to love. You must not wait to forgive. You must not wait to tell someone that they matter. Because the person who needs that word might not be here tomorrow. Do you know how close I was to saving that soul? Closer than a breath. Closer than a whisper. But every human choice carries its own consequence. I knock, but I do not force the door. Yet even in this tragedy, my mercy moves. I turn ashes into warnings, sorrow into awakening. And now I am using this very moment, your listening, your tears, your trembling heart, to prepare you for a higher calling. Because you are about to become my messenger of compassion. You are going to carry hope to those who feel forgotten. You are going to be the one who notices the quiet ones, the smiling souls hiding behind pain. You are going to be my hands and my voice to those who believe no one cares. The soul who left will not be forgotten, but their story will live through your purpose. Their ending can birth someone else's beginning, if you let me work through you. Do not fear what you feel right now. Do not hide from this heaviness. Bring it to me. Let me turn it into empathy. Let me make you sensitive to the hearts around you. I did not show you this revelation to break you. I showed it to build something deeper in you, awareness, purpose, tenderness. The kind of love that doesn't just say, "I care," but proves it every day. The one who departed is not gone forever. They are in my presence now, learning the truth they could not see on earth. They are realizing that they were never unloved. They are feeling the warmth of the same arms that are reaching for you right now. And someday, when your time comes, not soon, but in its appointed hour, you will see them again. You will recognize the light in their eyes. You will understand that love never truly dies, it only transforms. Until that day, keep your heart open. Keep reaching for people. Keep being the light in places where others have lost their spark. Because this world is crying for love, and you, yes, you, are chosen to carry it. Don't let this loss turn into bitterness. Let it turn into fuel. Let it drive you to kindness. Let it teach you how sacred every life is, including your own. I am not done speaking yet, my child. What I am revealing now will grow deeper. This message is not just about one soul who left, it is about an entire generation that is silently crying out for meaning. And I am raising up voices like yours to reach them. But first, I need to heal you from what you just felt. I need to bring peace to your heart before you can bring peace to others. So right now, as you hear my words, breathe. Let the pain move through you, but do not let it define you. Feel it, release it, and let my spirit wash over you. I am here. I am near. And I promise you, nothing that happened was unseen. I am still God, even in sorrow. I am still love, even in loss. My child, I am still speaking. I am still near. Do not turn away from this voice that is stirring your spirit, because these words are not coming to you by chance. They are flowing into your life at the exact moment you were meant to hear them. The reason your heart feels both heavy and alive right now is because I am awakening something sacred within you, something that pain itself could not destroy. The one who just left this world was not a stranger to you in the realm of the soul. You were connected through time, through shared lessons, through unseen threads that I myself wove long before either of you took your first breath. Every encounter, every word, every silence between you was part of a spiritual tapestry, and though that thread has now been cut short in the physical world, it is still visible in eternity. You do not need to understand everything right now. You only need to trust that I am working through this. You may see tragedy, but I see transformation. You may see an ending, but I see an opening, a doorway through which light can now pour into places that were long hidden. Listen closely, because what I am about to reveal to you is not just about them, it's also about you. There was a time when your soul cried in silence too. You remember it. The nights you stayed awake wondering if you mattered. The mornings when you wore strength like a mask, hoping no one would see how broken you felt. That's why you felt so drawn to this person. You saw something familiar in their eyes. The same quiet ache that once lived inside you. And deep down, you wanted to save them, even if you couldn't say it aloud. But what you didn't realize is that you already did, simply by being kind, simply by noticing, simply by existing in their life. Every soul longs to be seen. You may not have known it, but they carried your words in their heart. Something you said, maybe long ago, maybe casually, became the only light they had in certain nights. That's how powerful love is. You might think your presence was small, but to someone fading in the dark, it was everything. I want you to hear this clearly: you were never meant to blame yourself for their decision. The weight they carried was not yours to lift alone. Every human heart has its own battlefield. Every soul has a freedom that even I, in my perfect love, do not take away. I knock, I call, I send signs, but I never force the door open. That's because love must be chosen, not coerced. You tried, my child. And I saw every moment you thought about them. Every time you prayed silently. Every time you wished they'd reach out again. Those moments were not wasted. They are written in heaven as evidence that you carried love faithfully, even when you didn't know how much it mattered. Now that their earthly journey has ended, your connection to them is shifting from flesh to spirit. You are feeling it already, that invisible pull, that deep stirring that you can't quite explain. That is their soul reaching for peace, and my spirit using your heart as a channel of compassion. Do not be afraid of this sensitivity. It is not haunting, it is holy. You are part of their redemption story. Even now, I am showing them moments of your kindness. They are seeing flashes of light, times when you spoke softly, when you encouraged them, when you forgave them, when you simply stayed near. These memories are becoming bridges between their confusion and my mercy. Through those memories, they are beginning to understand that I was always near, even when they thought I was silent. You see, death does not silence truth. It reveals it. When a soul crosses over, illusions fade, masks fall away, and what remains is light and truth. Some souls enter peacefully, others with shock or sorrow. But no matter how they arrive, I am there. I do not abandon them. I take their hand, and I show them everything they could not see through the fog of pain. And yes, the one who just took their life moments ago, the one connected to you, is now seeing me. They are not lost. They are not cast away. They are held. I want you to release them into my care. You cannot carry their soul, but you can pray for their peace. You cannot fix what has already happened, but you can learn from it. You can choose to live in a way that honors what they could not finish. Let your life become the continuation of what theirs was meant to be. Let their silence teach you how to speak with purpose. Let their absence teach you how to be present for others. You have no idea how much power you carry in your voice, my child. When you speak, heaven listens. When you comfort someone, angels move. When you forgive, entire spiritual chains break. This is the reason the enemy has tried to drown your compassion under waves of guilt and confusion, because he knows that once your heart awakens, you will become unstoppable in love. So do not give him the satisfaction of despair. Turn your tears into intercession. Turn your grief into grace. Do you know what I'm doing right now in the unseen realm? I am weaving your sorrow into a message. I am transforming this loss into a mission. I am taking the pain you feel and shaping it into a calling that will reach others who are silently breaking just like that soul once did. You are going to speak words that save lives, not through preaching, but through presence. through gentleness, through truth, through love that does not judge. This is why I had to wake you up in this exact moment. If I hadn't spoken now, you would have carried this loss as a wound. But I want it to become your testimony. You will not live in regret, you will live in revelation. Because you are not just a witness to this tragedy, you are the seed of its redemption. Do not fear what is coming. You will begin to notice people being drawn to you, broken people, quiet ones, those who remind you of the soul who just left. Don't push them away. Don't say, "I can't handle this." I will give you the strength. I will give you the words. You are not being punished with this sensitivity, you are being entrusted with it. Because I am raising a generation of healers, people who have been through deep pain but did not let it destroy them. You are one of them. And this moment, though it hurts, is your awakening. Let me tell you something deeper, something few understand. When a soul takes their own life, the ripples do not end in despair. If those who love them respond with faith, prayer, and compassion, those ripples can transform into waves of mercy that heal others. Right now, heaven and earth are connected through this loss, not to spread fear, but to open hearts. To make humanity feel again. To remind the world that every life matters infinitely. I am not done with this generation. Even though darkness has whispered hopelessness into many hearts, my light is rising stronger. Every soul matters to me. Every tear is counted. Every person you think is too far gone, I am already standing beside them, calling their name. You, my beloved, are part of that calling. You are my voice in the noise. You are my heart beating inside a world that has forgotten how to feel. So do not close your heart now. Yes, you will grieve. Yes, you will remember. But let those memories purify you, not poison you. Let them soften you, not harden you. For I am doing something in you that can only happen through brokenness. I am making you capable of supernatural love. When you feel their absence tonight, when the memory of their face rises and you can't hold back the tears, speak to me. Tell me everything. Don't hide your pain behind strength. I already know. I am the one who felt every silent scream, both theirs and yours. And I am the one who will turn that pain into purpose. Do not be surprised when signs begin to appear, a flicker of light, a familiar scent, a song at the right time. It will not be them haunting you, but me reminding you that love continues beyond the veil. That even in what feels like death, I am still writing stories of redemption. Someone just took their own life moments ago, but this is not the end of their story. And it is not the end of yours. It is a divine intersection, a moment where heaven whispers, "Wake up, love deeper, speak louder." Their loss was not my desire, but I will use even this for good. Because I am the God who takes what the enemy meant for destruction and turns it into deliverance. You are not broken beyond repair, my child. You are chosen for compassion. You are not cursed by this connection, you are called because of it. And I promise you, if you let me walk with you through this valley, I will bring you into a season where your words heal hearts that are on the edge. You will not even realize how many lives you've saved simply by being kind, by staying open, by loving when others turned away. So breathe again. Lift your eyes. You are still here because there are still people who need your light. And the one who left, their spirit knows now what you always hoped they'd see, that they were loved beyond measure. I will tell you more, my child. There are truths about this moment you have not yet understood, mysteries of how souls are connected, how redemption unfolds, and how grief becomes grace. But I will reveal these things gently, piece by piece. For now, rest. Let my words be the balm your heart needs. Let my presence be the comfort no human could give you. You are not alone. You never were. And as the night falls, know this, the soul who left is safe in my mercy, and you are still part of their story. My child, you are still hearing my voice because I am not finished with your heart. You have walked through the shadow of loss, and yet you are still standing, still listening, still breathing. That is no small thing. It means your spirit has not given up. It means that even in the ashes, a spark of faith still burns within you, and I am here to fan it gently back into flame. Do you know what happens in the unseen when you decide to keep listening to me? Heaven leans closer. Angels move like soft winds through your life. The darkness that once whispered hopelessness begins to lose its hold. Because every time you choose to hear my words instead of the world's noise, you step back into alignment with life itself. I need you to understand something holy. The moment that soul left the earth, the veil between seen and unseen trembled. That's why you felt such a strange stirring, the heaviness, the chill, the ache that came without warning. It wasn't punishment. It was awareness. You were sensing eternity brushing against time. You were sensing me. You have asked, why would you allow this, Lord? And I answer you with love, because even the choices I do not desire, I can still redeem. Nothing is wasted when placed in my hands. Not sorrow, not confusion, not even death. I gather every fragment and make it part of a larger design that will one day make sense to you. The soul who left this world, your connection, is not erased. They are being taught in the language of light now. They are learning the worth of the breath they once surrendered. They are seeing, perhaps for the first time, how precious one heartbeat truly is. And even as they learn, my mercy covers them like a sunrise that never fades. But I am not only working in them, I am working in you. For grief can either close a heart or open it wider than ever before. You are standing at that choice right now. You can let pain harden you, or you can let it carve deeper compassion inside you. Choose compassion, my beloved. Choose to love even more fiercely, even when it hurts. I know what you long for, a sign that they are at peace. And so I whisper this, peace is not something that vanishes, it is something that grows. Every prayer you lift now becomes a river of light flowing toward them. Every act of kindness you show in their memory becomes a bridge between worlds. You are helping them, even now, by living with love instead of despair. When you speak gentle words to others, I carry those vibrations through eternity. When you comfort someone, I send that warmth into the soul you mourn, reminding them of your love. This is how redemption works, through connection, through compassion, through the flow of grace that never stops moving. There will be days when the ache returns. On those days, do not run from it. Sit with me. Let the ache become prayer. Let it remind you that you still have a heart that feels deeply, and that is one of the greatest gifts I gave you. The world tells you to be numb, to move on quickly, to hide your tears. But I tell you to feel, to remember, to let those tears water the seeds of purpose I am planting within you. Someone took their own life moments ago, and you were connected to them for a reason far beyond this lifetime. Their choice was born from pain, but I will turn it into purpose through you. Because you still have the chance to speak where they could not. You still have the power to lift others before they fall. You still have the breath to declare, life is sacred. My child, there are people around you right now who smile but are silently fading inside. You see them every day, the coworker who laughs too loudly, the friend who hides behind humor, the relative who avoids eye contact when the room grows quiet. They are carrying storms no one else sees. I am sending you to them. Not to fix them, but to remind them they are seen. You might say, Lord, I don't know what to say. But love rarely needs perfect words. Sometimes it's a hand on a shoulder, a message that says, I was thinking of you, a look that says, you matter. Those small moments echo louder in eternity than grand speeches ever could. I know you miss the one who left. You wonder where they are now, what they feel, what they see. Hear me clearly, they are safe in my mercy. They are no longer trapped in the confusion that clouded them. They are surrounded by understanding. They are learning that love never ended, it simply changed form. They are aware of your tears, but they are also aware of my promise, that I will comfort you until you meet again. So let peace come. Not the shallow kind that pretends everything is fine, but the deep kind that whispers, God is still here. Because I am. I was there when they struggled. I was there when you wept. I am here now, wrapping eternity around both of you. You may think your heart is too fragile for what I'm asking, but that's why I chose you. Only soft hearts can carry divine love into a hurting world. The strong, unbending ones often break. But you will bend and still bloom. You will cry and still comfort. You will hurt and still hope. That is holy strength. Do not let the darkness define this story. Let light rewrite it through you. Every time you choose kindness instead of anger, light wins. Every time you choose forgiveness over blame, heaven sings. Every time you choose hope over despair, the entire spiritual world shifts closer to redemption. I am going to use your life as living proof that love conquers loss. One day you will meet someone who stands where you once stood, in pain, in confusion, wondering if life still matters. And your words, born out of this fire, will be the very words that save them. You may never know it, but I will. I will see the ripple and smile, because that is how I turn tragedy into triumph. Let this be written on your heart, no goodbye is ever final when love is real. There are only transitions, only transformations, only journeys from one side of light to another. You and that soul are still connected through me, and through me, nothing is ever lost. Now lift your eyes. There is a dawn forming behind the darkness. Feel it. The heaviness is beginning to shift, isn't it? That's because my spirit is lifting the burden piece by piece. The more you release guilt, the lighter your soul becomes. The more you forgive yourself, the more I can fill you with peace. You do not have to understand every mystery to trust my heart. Just know this: I never stop loving. Not for a moment. Not through death, not through doubt, not through distance. Love is who I am. And if you carry that truth, you carry me. So when you remember that soul, and you will, often, speak a blessing. Say their name with gentleness, not sorrow. Say, may your soul rest in light. Because when you bless them, you heal yourself. Child, this world needs you awake. It needs you alive. It needs the kind of compassion that understands pain yet still believes in joy. That is what I am shaping inside you now. And when the night comes and you hear the quiet calling of grief again, whisper back, I am still here, Lord. And I will answer, so am I. For I am the God who stays. I stayed when they fell. I stay when you weep. And I will stay until every wound becomes a window of light.